Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be speaking with you about tools to planning a successful wedding. A wedding can be a huge undertaking. Oftentimes after you get engaged, you're excited, you're in engagement bliss, but afterwards you have to figure out how you're going to plan your wedding. So I'm going to give you 5 tips to help you navigate that process. Number 1, set a budget. Setting a budget is definitely going to be key to you booking everything you're going to need for your wedding, from the venue to the vendors, to make it all come to fruition. Definitely do your research to find out how much things cost in your area. If you're planning to get married in a specific city, find out how much your venue and vendors are going to cost in that area. If you're planning on getting married abroad, I suggest you do the same to find out what venues and vendors cost abroad. Also, create an estimated budget so you have something to track so that you know what each thing is costing, and then once you book that particular item, you're able to put an actual cost to it. Secondly, establish your wedding team. I highly suggest hiring a wedding planner. I'm a bit biased, so hiring a wedding planner would be top on my list. However, if you decide to go it alone, definitely make sure you do your research about the planning process. Wedding planner is definitely going to be very key and helpful in the planning process because he or she has connections in the industry. They know the best venues, the best vendors that are going to be suitable for your budget as well as your personality and your style. And most wedding planners often offer 3 typical types of wedding planning packages. They would offer full planning, partial planning, and day of coordination. We offer month of coordination because it's very difficult to show up on someone's wedding day and take on what they've planned for a year. So we often take about a month's time before then to gather all the information that you've been working on so that we can create a day that is seamless for you and your guests. Third, we want you to create a guest list. So when you're creating your guest list, this could be a little sticky for some couples because no one wants to leave anybody out. You want to make sure all those people that you love and care about are there on your wedding day. So I suggest creating 2 lists, an A list and a B list. Your A list will consist of those close family members and friends that you can't imagine having your wedding day and them not being there. And then your B list would be maybe like your coworkers and some other friends. And your B list, those are the people that you're going to invite in the event that those individuals from the A list aren't available to attend. One of the other things to consider is if you're inviting single friends or single family members, do include a +1 for them. Most people do not want to come to a wedding by themselves if they're single. So they're going to want to bring their mom, significant other, or maybe another friend with them. Families that have children, those are things to be considered as well. There are some couples that decide these days not to have any children at their wedding. However, if you're going to be inviting couples that have families or individuals that have children, then they may want to bring their kids to the wedding. So if you're allowing kids at the wedding, definitely extend the invite, include the kids, and then allow the parents to decide if they want to bring the kids to the wedding or not. Number 4, selecting a venue. So when you're looking for venues, definitely think about your style and the vision you have for your wedding day. You don't want to go and pick a traditional venue and you're wanting to have a modern wedding, and then now you have to go and revamp the venue to create your vision. So definitely think about the style of wedding you want to have, what you want the overall look to be when you're looking at venues. Determine if you want to have your ceremony and reception at that particular venue. If you want to have your reception there only, then you're going to have to look for 2 different venues. You're going to have to find a ceremony venue. Oftentimes, couples will choose a church if they're a part of a church or that's their preference. But most venues these days do allow both ceremony and reception. So when you are booking the venue, definitely inquire to find out, what they offer there. And again, consider your budget. You definitely don't want to look at a venue that's going to be over budget. It's kind of like buying a house when you see that beautiful house and you like, I have to have it, and then it's out of your budget, you're either going to have to pass on the house, or you're either going to have to raise your budget. And oftentimes in a wedding situation, it's going to put you over your budget. Also check the availability to see if the venue is available for your wedding date. I often recommend to couples that they're flexible with the wedding date, but oftentimes some dates have special meanings and they definitely want to do it on that particular date. So check with the venue, see if your wedding date is available. And if it's not available, then maybe you can consider another venue or ask them if there's a date that's closer to the important date that you want. Once you select the venue, I suggest read again your contract. You definitely want to be very clear on what the venue's providing, and then what your expectations are with regard to what will happen on the wedding day. You want to know what you're liable for and what their responsibilities are, and that way there is no gray area and you're clear as to what's going to be provided to you and your guests. Number 5, I recommend following a wedding timeline. As a wedding planner, we often provide a timeline to our clients, and they have something to kind of go through and know what's going to happen throughout the process. And we keep them on track as to when those things should be happening. However, if you're planning alone, you definitely want to have some sort of organization. The more organized you are, the definitely less stress you're going to be. So definitely I recommend having a wedding timeline so that you can kind of check off those different things that you have to get done, the various tasks as you go through the wedding planning process. And if you are in a situation where you're planning alone and you're in the Central Florida or Orlando area, definitely reach out to us. We have a variety of different packages, so we'd be glad to help you out. That's what we're here for. And for more information about wedding planning and tips for wedding planning, you can always check our blog at our website, which is www.immacevents.com. You can also follow us on social media as we show some of our work and also offer tips for planning there at Immaculate Events LLC, which is on Instagram and Facebook. I appreciate your attention today. I hope this information was helpful. Please like, share, and leave your comments below. Again, I'm Dawn with Immaculate Events, and I look forward to seeing you next time.